Hey, who's on open house? Switch to be something to see. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
TSD, I think Commissioner Julie Thomas is going to be joining us virtually. So if she is around, could you let her in, please? And we're still seeing a lovely beach picture on the screen in front of us. Oh, there's Commissioner Thomas. Yeah. No, and just for the sake of the record, would you mind using a mic? That's all. Okay, now that we have all of us present. I'd like to call to order the November 9th meeting of the Monroe County Stormwater Management Board. I'd like to note for the record that members Trom, Enright, Jones, and Githens are in person, and Commissioner Thomas is joining us virtually. So let's start for any public input. That's for items that are not on the agenda already. And we'll go with the standard 3-minute comment period, if that's all right with the rest of the board. And TSD, is there anyone joining us virtually other than Commissioner Thomas?
We
I
have
can't see.
one person,
And is that
um,
person's hand raised to?
their hand is not raised now.
Okay. Then, thank you. Let's move on to the next item. Seeing no one that wishes to speak, let's move on to the next item, which is approval of minutes for August the 10th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
Minutes. Move to approve the minutes for August 10th, 2022.
Second.
Thank you. We have motion and a second. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
No.
I didn't have any. Is Commissioner Thomas?
Nope.
Okay, then because we have a member that's with us virtually, I'd like to ask Ms. Latonia to call the roll.
Jones,
Yes.
Githens,
Yes,
Enright Randolph,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
thank you. Now can we move on to the expenditure reports for August, September, and October? It's amazing. We have 3 months of this to review.
Yeah, so bear with me on this. We have 3 months of financial reports to get through. Okay, so I'll start with the month of August. It's been a while, so I may not have as much to say about August and September, but I will keep you as up to date as possible. So for the 20s, we continue to make our way through our supplies and maintenance lines. We had a large pipes order where we used most of the funding to get an order in before the end of the year to supply us with just various sizes that we use frequently. So that order went through in August. So that's why you see that line has almost been depleted, not quite. So, let's see. Going down into the 30s, we had some training and travel for our MS4 staff. So we were able to get coverage at a couple of big conferences locally. That was the Indiana Environmental Health Association conference, good cross training for Lynette, and then Adam, Erica, and myself attended the INASM conference. That's the Indiana Association of Floodplain and Stormwater Managers annual conference that we attend every year. We had our annual bill for the cartograph software, and so that's a one-time payment per year. And then we continue to go through flagging services, finishing up with our last contract, and then you'll see some new bills in the last couple of months for the new contract that we had approved. We are very active with street sweeping, and so you'll continue to see those disposal fees this time of year where we're making regular trips to dispose of everything that we pick up on the roads. They're very busy. Our stormwater calendar was printed. That was printed actually this summer. We're seeing the bill in August. And so that was handed out at the county fair and various other events. And we have other calendars available if anyone would like a copy. Let's see, fuel usage. As you know, we had an additional for the fuel usage because the price has gone up significantly. So we have coverage on that line for this increased amount for fuel. And that's the big stuff for August. All right, I'm going to move on to September. Okay. So as you'll see the next couple of months, we've had a few very large fleet maintenance bills. We've had some pretty substantial work done on a few of our pieces of equipment and vehicles. And I'll mention this now that I'm talking about fleet maintenance, but Lisa she's going to go to the council on November 15th for an additional for our fleet maintenance line. We could have shuffled some funds around, but we also had several vehicles that needed new tires, and the cost was going to be so much that we wanted to get it done this year instead of pushing it into 2023. So that will be for $20,000 to pay for our October fleet maintenance bill, as well as the additional tires, and then we'll be in good shape for 2023. Okay. In the 30s, we had some more expenditures for training, more disposal fees, and you'll continue to see those. Another pretty high fuel bill, which is becoming standard, and then another small invoice for the Strip Road engineering design. Any questions before I move on to October? Okay. For October, you'll see that again, our fleet maintenance line has been depleted, and we are working on, like I said, getting an additional to continue paying our bills to our garage for the rest of the year. Let's see. And like I said, that pipes order, the order was placed, and so that is actually depleted at this point. Let's see. All right, some more charges from training and travel from the fall. We started seeing more bills from our new flagging contract, more disposal fees, and then we actually have the charge from our ordinance update. We received the edits back from Christopher Burke Engineering for incorporating the new construction general permit and MS4 general permit updates from the state that we're required to implement. And we have a timeline to incorporate those into our ordinances. So that's why I wanted to wait until the state general permits were passed so that we could just get it all done at once. So now that that's done, I'm hoping to move that along quickly. All right. Any questions on October billing in general?
Just a very, I guess, minor comment or question. When we look at the end of it for the Baby Creek
Mhm.
project, we have 100.48% complete.
Yes.
Well, I guess if you could just clarify that for
Yes.
anyone that might be as curious as I am,
Yes.
which I might be the only one that's even
Oh,
curious.
I had a
We
question about that too.
updated that. After I sent out the packet, I went through our contracts and other task orders with Lynette, and we have the updated number. I have my screen shared, but I'm not sure why. we can't
It's
see
being
this.
shared over here, just not on these, so we
Okay.
can see it.
Okay, I don't know how to
The
change
three of
that.
us can see it, but that doesn't mean, I don't know if Commissioner Thomas
Okay,
can.
there it is.
There, thanks.
So this is the updated number for the full contract amount. We had the preliminary engineering report, the base contract for design, and then we had two more roughly $40,000 additional tasks for the backwater easements, and then I think it was further easement work, and that was under Terry. And then so that's why it was a little bit low, and then I came in with a $38,000 additional task order this year for additional redesign in the construction bidding for two of the culverts. So the total contract amount is $452,790. Yeah. So we updated the report, and now we have our 84.44% complete. So we're not over 100%. Don't worry. We just didn't have the correct contract amount in this report, so I apologize for that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ms.
Um,
Thomas, do you have any?
Yeah, I just have a quick comment. Thank you. I just want to note for the record and for the public's edification that three huge projects are part of the ARPA proposal for funding. Baby Creek, STIP, and Moores are all on there. So if folks are interested, they should keep an eye on that and contact their Commissioners and council members.
Yes, and the ARPA money specifically is being made available to do some structural improvements throughout the county. And this certainly would be something that would fall under that rubric. So that's terrific. And thank you for clarifying that, Ms. Antonia. So since this is an action item, is there a motion to approve the monthly expenditures from August, September, and October?
Can we do all three at once?
Yeah, I don't think we need a vote for the expenditures.
Move to approve the August, September, and October monthly expenditures.
I'll second.
Okay, then we can open for discussion, sure.
Absolutely, we will. Absolutely.
Okay, do we need a vote on this? Because I don't think we typically.
Do we not?
We don't typically do it. We have voted on it in the
Okay.
past, and we have not voted on it in the.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I don't think it hurts us to
No.
show our approval this
No.
way, so. Ms. Antonia, would you again call the roll?
Sure. Enright Randolph,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes,
Thomas,
Yes.
Githens.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Let's move on. There's no old business on the agenda for today, and there is new business, which first is memorandum of understanding with Lake Monroe Water Fund. Do I hear a motion on this item?
move to approve the memorandum of understanding with Lake Monroe Water Fund for 2023 water monitoring activities in the amount of $3,500.
Second.
Thank you. And I always forget the correct order here for things, but yeah. Should we have I know we've got a presentation here. So would you like to come up and speak with us, and please state your name and for the record, and we know that you're a Monroe County resident.
I'm Jane Martin, and I'm chair of the Lake Monroe Water Fund, and we have raised the money for the Kurtz gauge, and you have generously provided half of the match for the U.S. Geological Survey to maintain and operate that important gauge in Kurtz in Jackson County. And our match is $7,000. You've provided $3,500 for 3 years. I'm asking if you will continue that for 2023.
So noting for the record, this is for a single year commitment. So are there questions and concerns? Opinions, observations?
I have a general comment that water monitoring, I always struggle with that word, is quite expensive. And it's nice to see a cost share. I think it's one of the most important things we can do moving forward to address water quality is monitoring the water streams. Especially it's also going to be very helpful for water quality or quantity. Did I say that backwards? I've been on vacation for 9 days and this is my first day
Lucky
back.
you.
So
Yeah.
I think it will be very important for water quality, but will also be very important for water quantity. And I think this is a great step in the right direction because if the costs fall directly just on us, I don't think we can bear how much it really is going to take to monitor all the water streams in Monroe County to get a good sense of where some of these pollutants are and what we could do to really protect our environmental resources.
Yeah, I'm also very much in support of this. I think it's extremely important. Lake Monroe is our only source of water, and it wouldn't make sense to not do it. I have a feeling I misunderstood something or something. I think you said it was 7,000 with us paying 3,500 for 3 years.
I'm sorry. You have paid half, that is 3,500 each year.
Okay,
For 3 years.
okay,
It's the same price for 2023.
yeah. I was pretty sure I misunderstood something there.
Commissioner Thomas, do you have anything? Well, like the others, I think protecting and preserving our Lake Monroe is very, very important. And so I also am in favor of passing this memorandum. So is there any comment or questions from the public on this item? Seeing none, Ms. Latonia, would you call for the vote, please, or call the vote? Call the roll for the vote. Oh, my goodness. I need some sleep.
I think it's for me. It's rubbed off.
She needs.
Wait,
some sleep.
Jones,
I'm sorry.
sorry, Jones,
Yes.
Enright Randolph,
Yes.
Githens,
Yes,
Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you.
motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that wasn't too painful. Okay, let's move on to the next item, which is approval of the 2023 Stormwater Management Board meeting dates. And they are laid out for you on, putting on what page here, but the final page of the packet.
Yep,
So,
final page. These are all on the second Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. I'll say the only one that I potentially see as a conflict is September 13th. That's the Wednesday during the ANASM conference. And in 2022, we ended up just canceling that meeting, but I know Tron and myself will probably be up there, able to do it virtually if necessary. We could think about rescheduling that one as the time draws near if you'd like, or I'm happy to do it virtually. So,
I think if we could make that decision in August,
Okay.
if needed.
be good with that.
yes, I think we only have to notice any change with sufficient lead time. So is there a motion to
Yeah.
accept?
I move approval of the proposed stormwater meeting dates for 2023.
Second, oh,
Thank you. Is there any public comment? Well, we've already commented on it, I think.
Yes.
But is there any further comment from the board?
no,
Any comment from the public? Then, Ms. Tony, would you call the roll, please?
Enright Randolph,
Yes.
Jones,
yes,
Githens,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay, let's move on to staff reports. There's one that
Yes.
from Ms. Ridge. Are you presenting?
I just keep Lisa's name on the agenda just in case, but she's not available today, so I will be giving you a brief report. First one, I want to talk to you about our vehicles. We were able to sell the Ford Focus that we had surplus on Gov Deals for $5,837 on October 18th. Earlier this year, we requested an additional to buy a new tandem dump truck, and that has been ordered, and I was told spring 2023, we hope to get it then. So I wanted to just give you an update that that's in the works. That was under, like I said, 2022 budget. In our 2023 budget, we requested $50,000 for a small pickup truck. That's just to continue turning over some of the older vehicles. And I was able to get that successfully ordered after our 2023 budget was adopted. And so I expect to receive we ordered a Ford Maverick for 2023. And that was best case scenario because most pickup trucks are about $50,000. And we were able to get that one for about $26,000. And it'll serve our needs really well. So very happy about that. We got pretty lucky. So that's vehicles. Let's see. For some projects our crew is working on, they spent a week on South Shore Drive at Lake Lemon, the causeway. That's something that we do annually. I was able to secure 4144 individual permit to do 300 linear feet of road shoulder per year. We can't quite do that much because the cost of materials is so high, but they were able to get done about 150 feet. stabilizing the causeway, which is just a continual issue because it's so close to the water, a lot of wave action. It threatens the stability of the road. So we're trying to get ahead and not wait for the road to fail. And Jason and I, we've been inspecting trouble areas over time and are able to target that work. I want to thank Toby and the highway department for helping to pay for almost all of the materials for that project. They paid for all the stone and committed $10,000 for that. Our stormwater crew did the work, and just want to let you know that was a good teamwork for highway department. Another thing on my plate, I'm looking at potentially applying for a DNR layer grant for logjam removal on Bremetz Creek. We've received several complaints from the public about accumulation of woody debris in the stream. I'd been in touch with DNR and the Corps of Engineers last year because it's on their property since it's backwaters for Lake Monroe. Due to the fact that we have potential issues with road flooding and damages to nearby bridges, we want to make sure that the logjam is addressed. So I hope to work on that this winter and address that issue. So then if you have any questions on the Baby Creek Road or Sip Road, Morse Creek Road projects, just let me know. We are progressing and I hope to have work starting this winter for Sip Road, Morse Creek Road. We're preparing to bid out the tree removal. That's going to be a substantial project because there are a lot of trees to remove. Many of them are small, kind of scrubby trees, but it is very forested in that area. So it will be a very big aesthetic change in that area. So I'm working with our consultant to have a fact sheet and make sure that we can get out the word before the tree removal happens this winter. And yeah, that's where that project lies. We're finishing up the easement documents for the Corps of Engineers as well. Baby Creek Road, we have the two worst crossings, the first and third low water crossings on Baby Creek Road being redesigned to concrete box culverts. I'm really excited for this project, just the thought of removing those low water crossings just for the general health of the stream. So I'm finishing up the last details on that as far as the retaining walls go. We have a little bit of additional easement to acquire for the change in the size of the box. I'm working with them on trying to sump the boxes to create a natural stream channel in those boxes so we can have better substrate for aquatic organisms. So kind of seeing it as that stream restoration is the exciting part for me right now. So that's what I'm currently working on, hoping to bid that out this winter for ideally February construction. So that's where those projects are. If you have any questions at any time about those, let me know.
I just want to make two really brief comments, and one goes with the collaboration with the highway and stormwater. When I first came to the leadership role in 2016, some of the way that was managed kind of bifurcated the office, and kind of with the restructuring that took place since, it just shows you that I think that was a good decision. I was glad I was able to express my support, and I just applaud the efforts of kind of working together with our colleagues. So that was the first comment. And the second one is there's also a way to address log jams in the drainage code. We have preferred the stormwater method. The one in the drainage code involves my office, but if it seems like we need to utilize that resource or tool, just let me know and I'll work with you.
Thank you. I'm trying to go the other route first, but I'll let you know if I need your assistance.
No, I don't have anything.
Commissioner Thomas, do you have any questions or comments?
Yeah, thank you.
I just have one question for you. With these large box culverts that you're talking about, how likely are we likely to see log jams against those box culverts, and how will that be handled?
Yep. So I've specifically requested that they have at least 5 feet of vertical rise above the stream channel for ease of maintenance. Sometimes you see, 3 or 4 feet above the stream, and it's really hard for us to get equipment out to remove woody debris. So we asked for 5 feet. That gives us enough space to remove any woody material. The boxes themselves are going to be 20 feet wide. Again, they modeled them. It would be acceptable hydraulically for a 16-foot wide box, but we specifically upsized them to to help with the stream flow and capturing woody debris. So I can't guarantee we're not going to have log jams. It's a heavily forested area, but I think we've tried to take some measures to reduce that risk.
Excellent. Thank you. Is there any public? Oh, I don't need to take public comment. It's not a motion. So thank you. Is there anything else in terms of staff reports or anything else that the board should hear? No? Okay. Is there any comment from any of my colleagues here? No? Well, then I will call this meeting to an end. We will adjourn, and our next meeting for the record is December 14th, 2022 at 3 p.m. here in the Nat U Hill Room. And I thank everyone for their attendance.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there some minutes from last year that I'm still supposed to sign? That keep on showing up on DocuSign over and over and it won't work?
Yeah, that would be done. I can check with her.
Okay. Yeah, if she was going to arrange to get them to this meeting, but we'll try again next month.
Okay.
As the year ends, I might finish off last year.